Good morning. Good morning. Instead of the normal improv song, I'm going to sing a song that I wrote yesterday. So normally it's improv. Today, an actual composed and written piece of music, which I know me, a writer of music, lyrics. Okay, so here it goes. Some call it Mudpocalypse, we call it vacation. Footage of Pinkheart was all across the nation. But we are burners, this is what we do. We can handle it when mud fills the loo. We celebrate the rainbows and share extra food. There's always good music to lift up your mood. Our glass was half full with the wet clay mud mess, but making things out of adversity is what we do best. We don't go to Burning Man to lounge and relax. It's an adventure, a challenge, an extreme master class. We had to be patient and stick together. All plans were surrendered and we bowed to the weather. I'll admit to some glee when people got stuck in the mud. I'm sure your penis is huge, dude, even though your truck is a dud. You don't get the burn you want, is a common verse. You get the one you need, even when it hurts. Good morning. Welcome to Love Morning. That is my Burning Man 2023 song. And as Gerbot said, yeehaw! Good morning, Razorblade. Good morning, Gerbot. Good morning, anyone who is here tuning in. This is the live Hug Morning. Hug Morning. Why don't I call it that? It's the Hug Nation Love Morning. And it is a daily practice of a check-in, sharing some gratitude, focusing ourselves on being people in alignment with who we want to be, of connection, kindness, and gratitude, and presence. It is a daily practice every day, 9 a.m. on Facebook and YouTube. YouTube seems to be better with the notifications, so even if you tune in on Facebook, it's not a bad idea to subscribe on YouTube because they say, hey, Hug Nation is going live in a much more consistent, effective way, I believe. So if you're here, say hello, leave a comment so other people here can see we are surrounded by like-minded, open-hearted people. Isn't that a wonderful awareness? That's kind of one of the things that going to a Burning Man event or any communal event where you go, oh, right, this news that I am bombarded with about this cold, selfish world, that's just one perspective. There's people, millions and millions and millions of people around the world that are open-hearted and kind-hearted, open-minded, kind-hearted, like us. And sometimes it takes us to be the ambassadors, to be the role models of the one who says to the stranger first, good morning. Good morning. A genuine thank you and eye contact to the person who just rang you up. These are the little gestures that add purpose in a big way to our lives. So that is part of Love Morning. So if you have got something you're grateful for, let us know. If you missed the song, I encourage you to listen to the archive. Although I might actually turn that little song into a video and use some clips that I took. So many plans. Christopher says the song sounds like a sea shanty or a playa shanty. Ooh, that's fitting. Good morning, Michelle. Michelle says, yay for kindness and connection. Not sure if you saw the Pinkheart shared photo gallery, but there's a picture of you and I, Michelle. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, iFi. And good morning, John. Hey, buddy. And good morning, Al. And Alrighty Roo and Chris. Al says, just got back to London. Swung by Pinkheart, but missed me. I'm sorry to have missed you. It's because of the rain, I found that the opportunities to go out and about and visit people were diminished. Especially, like, I was around camp all day Thursday. I had responsibilities, and I had responsibilities at camp Wednesday, and I got there Monday night. So I had Tuesday that I went around a little bit, and then Friday morning that I went around a little bit. Other than that, I was in my camp, and so I did not do much visiting and not much exploring. And that was a source of frustration as I was stuck in camp And it wasn't until getting home that I was able to review the times that I did get out in the city that I was like, oh, I had so many wonderful experiences. It's so easy to fall into crap, crap, crap and forget the cone. And I was certainly guilty of that this year at the Burning Man. Good morning, Lori. Michelle says, I'm grateful for this Sunday before I head back to work. And you saw our picture. Good. I'm going to do a slightly shorter broadcast this morning. I've got something I need to jump into in a few minutes. But I wanted to, one, open up the comments to gratitudes as well as decompression thoughts. Someone posted, sent me a message and said, hey, are you doing your decompression group this year? Which I did a few years ago. And I said, I'm not. However, I'm live here every day. So if you are going through decompression stuff or have questions or thoughts about the process of going to a expansive, transformative experience and then integrating it into the world, I would love for that to be something that we talk about here as well. So that's an invitation. Al says, happy to hear you had a good time despite the mud apocalypse. I did. I'm sending out a longer essay about my experience to my mailing list. So if you're not on my mailing list, make sure you join it at johnston.com. You can sign up for my mailing list. You can also, the same essay is on Medium, and I posted it on Facebook. So, and I'll probably come to your door and knock, knock, knock until you answer, and then I'll read you the essay. So I'm very, very passionate about promotion right now. Good morning, Alex. Hello to you. So one of the things that I wanted to share an experience. I'll start with this. I'll start with a visual aid. How's that, a visual aid? Look at this. Who is this Halcyon guy with his tech wizardry? I know. Oh, okay. I will. Do I tell the story again? No. So the outfit had a vibrating crotch and vibrating hands, and I would ask if people want a clean or a dirty hug. And if they said dirty, I would turn the vibrator on and hug and bat their backs and press the crotch against them. And someone from Beer Erotic Discourse told me that there was a woman who felt that someone years ago, she was hugged by someone with a vibrator, and she did not give consent, and she felt sexually assaulted. And I was like, oh, I read this comment, like, oh my gosh, I've just been, notified that I am guilty of assault. And I was like, and I felt like defensive. Look, let me explain my memory of this art piece, this performance interactive art thing that I created, and how I asked, and I said, well, if I knew now what I knew then, if I knew then what I know now about consent, I would have prefaced it much more explicitly. In fact, I probably wouldn't do it now. But if I wouldn't, the dirty hug and then the vibration was like a surprise tickle thing. And I don't think I would do that now because of what I know about consent. I also know that I loaned, people said, can I wear it around? And so it's possible. I also know it doesn't, the possibility of someone else having a vibrating crotch is not zero. So it doesn't necessarily was me, but I didn't think there was anything good in me defending myself or saying I didn't do it. I mean, and maybe I did give someone a hug without giving them that intro thing. And so I fought this defensiveness and was like, you know what? This is a great story to tell for the Bureau of Erotic Discourse. This is a great example of teaching consent, because at the time, I thought it was all in fun. Up until, this was 23 years ago, and until yesterday, it never even occurred to me that this fun, silly, sexy thing that I was gifting to my fellow burners had the potential to create someone feel like they were assaulted. And I think that's an important thing to remember about consent, is that nobody self-identifies as a rapist. Nobody self-identifies as someone who crosses the line. We just don't fully think about consent and think about the consequences. And so as she told me this, I was like, I am going to share this because this is a teaching moment. I know better now, and I do better. And that's what we all need to just continually try to do, and recognize that, especially in a place like Burning Man, where radical self-expression is being pushed and where people are pushing into their edges and exploring things, we really need to be aware of the gift nature of what we share. And so it has to be consensual in an explicit way. So I apologize and genuinely sorry for creating a bad memory, creating a traumatic experience. And I know it was a different world back then. It was a different burn back then. And I hope we all can continue to fine-tune our interactions so that we just keep making a safer and safer space for us to be our true selves. I am sorry, and I love you. So, if you are here, we've got a minute more, and then I gotta give a hug and head off here. So I love you. Tony's saying that the first burn was mind-blowing. The pink ride was super fun. I left center camp. I found myself at the volunteer spot and signed up for a burn perimeter support. Oh, that's so awesome. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, the pink ride was a highlight. If anybody has any pictures or photos or video, I would love that. My camera died. Jennifer is grateful for having spent more time at camp this year and getting to know and love my campmates more. Thank you. Chris shares the quote, "I'm only halfway up the stairs," says Sixto Rodriguez. Well, I am grateful to you. Thank you for letting me share. And again, as I said, it'll be a little bit of shorter broadcast this morning, but I'm here every day, 9 a.m. Gerbot says, I'm grateful for the safety that I feel at the burn. Me too. And we can keep making that better for everyone. So wherever you are, give yourself a big squeeze and appreciation for one another in this moment, sinking into this an awareness that we're all so much more alike than we are different. So grateful for the ability to be an ambassador in this world. Strengthened by one another as we take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you, thank you for being here for this love morning. Love you. Have a beautiful Sunday and Saturday. Hopefully Saturday was beautiful. Hope this Sunday is great too. Love you, Valerie. Love you, everyone. See you tomorrow.